Double Dragon is a game developed by Techno Japan and published by Taito in 1987. It is a spiritual successor to an earlier title, Renegade. As a matter of fact, the game was so popular that it spawned multiple home versions, like the NES, the Sega Master System, the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, the Atari 2600, 7800, and multiple home computers. In this video, we will be focusing on the Atari 7800 version of Double Dragon. The Atari 2600 and the 7800 versions of Double Dragon were developed by Imagineering and published by Activision in 1988. Imagineering is known for developing games such as Ikari Warriors for the Atari 2600 and 7800, Ghostbusters 2, Bar vs. the Space Mutants, School, and Swamp Thing for the NES. This is one of the few third-party titles for the system. Unfortunately, it does not make use of Atari's Poke chip. The word Poke is actually an acronym, and it stands for Potentiometer and Keyboard Integrated Circuits. It is a digital input and output chip found within the motherboards of Atari 8-bit computers, the Atari 5200, the cartridges of Atari 7800 games, as well as the printed circuit boards for Atari's arcade games. It gives a unique square wave sound. It has 4 audio channels, and each can be used either independently or paired to add multiple forms of sound distortion. Despite the Atari 7800 having a small library, only 2 made use of the Poke chip, Ball Blazer and Commando. If you guys want to hear some examples of Atari's Poke music, I have a few links for you to check out, which will be in the description below. Given the graphical and memory limitations of the Atari 7800, Imagineering did a pretty good job by making it faithful to the arcade version. The game does allow simultaneous 2-player gameplay. They even got the same number of stages as well as the details for each stage right. Unfortunately, those are the only good things I have to say about the game. The biggest issue I have with this game are its controls. On my previous review, I pretty much gave a game called Shoot a lot of shit for its bad controls. This game takes it to a whole new level. It actually hurts my hands. Since I live in the US, I am stuck with this shitty Atari 7800 joystick. You guys living in Europe and Australia get the better deal with this awesome Atari 7800 D-pad. The joystick makes executing certain attacks, attacking enemies, hell, even walking in a straight line a fucking chore. And it doesn't help that you have to readjust your character to execute certain moves while gathering certain enemies and executing them at the right time. Whenever you try to execute a certain move, the joystick is so sensitive that you could be executing the wrong move by accident, thus allowing you to lose more health or even losing a life. And trust me when I say this, you could only get 1 extra life in this game. That's it. And to make matters worse, you are only given 1 continue. That's right, you have to beat this entire fucking game on 1 continue. And this game has 1 difficulty. So, you better get good. The next issue I have with this game is its music, or lack thereof. The Atari 7800 version contains less than the arcade version's soundtrack. Not only that, but the songs are repeated in different stages. They are cut short and they are looped over and over again. The last issue I have with this game are stage hazards. Now, I have to give this game credit when it comes to enemies not kicking you into a stage hazard, but you have to be careful of where you move your character at, because you could be falling into a pit of spikes or fall from a building. In the Atari 7800 version, you are in the same spot, and if you're not careful, you will fall into that same pit again. I forgot to mention that there are some differences in this game. Now, you are not able to pick up barrels or boulders and throw them at your enemies. And you have to fight 2 green giant abobos at stage 4. Hey man, what do you got against green giants, huh? To be quite honest, I am not going to give this game shit for it. Like I said, the Atari 700 has limitations and I'm totally fine with these changes. But what I'm gonna do is give Imagineering shit for this sprite. Guys, what in the hell is this? Are you trying to make Billy Lee do an armpit fart? I mean, come on, man. Alright, and that concludes the gameplay portion of Double Dragon for the Atari 7800. With the game's bad controls, lack of features, repetitiveness, and bad music, I cannot recommend this game to you guys. Now, Imagineering is a development company known for making pretty bad games. While they do stay very faithful to the source material, their gameplay, music, and controls speak otherwise. Like, there is a YouTuber who I follow, and he goes by the name of Citizen Destroyer. He reviewed a game called Swamp Thing, and he wasn't very happy with it. As a matter of fact, he was pretty mad, to say the least. I'll have a link to his video below so you can check him out. He's actually pretty good. Now, be advised, this is one of the more expensive Atari 700 titles, and don't even bother looking for the 2600 version, it's worse than this. Some of you guys are going to suggest that I should play this game on my Sega Genesis controller. Here's the thing, I don't want to do that. Now, you gotta understand, I want to have that authentic Atari 700 experience, not some kind of experimentation where I use different controls for different consoles just so I can play a certain game right. That is bullshit. That is why I have the Atari 700 D-pad. And those things are not easy to get, by the way. Despite the fact that they're from Europe and Australia, they're also pretty expensive. I've been rambling on for too long. Alright, that concludes my video. Stay tuned for my next review. It's going to be the television video game. And don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up if you like my review. And also subscribe to my channel for future content. Alright guys, have yourself a good day.